Fastest in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to win sight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Show, where we got MTG Hillbilly and I here for you. Hey.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. How is it going for you over there, Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good. Yeah,
you had an interesting stream.
cool. Thank you. I try to keep it interesting. I ran into an issue this morning, though, while I was streaming. My phone, where I usually keep my phone, because I usually keep my phone, this little doohickey here. I usually have my phone in it, hold my phone. Well, I accidentally knocked my phone over, and dag-blegged, I lost every dang on thing. I had to restart the stream.
No, that was rough.
Yep.
That was rough.
It was.
How dare you do it? How dare you do it?
Yeah, sometimes just a little itty tiny bump. Sometimes I knock my phone off in the floor.
No,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you got a case on your phone. Hopefully, screen protector.
No screen protector, but my phone's safe. All right.
So, have you done anything interesting in the last couple of days?
Not really. I did watch a YouTube video though. That made me laugh this morning. It's about people about people dressing up in some Halloween costumes and scaring kids and the reactions of the kids. And it was quite interesting, quite funny.
That's funny. Yeah, last night, Casey and I, my wife, we were playing some Minecraft last night. Like, we haven't played Minecraft in a good few years, and she pulled out her Switch. She's like, let's play some Minecraft. And so I pulled out the Switch, and we joined a room and started playing Minecraft. She started mining. I started farming. It was a good old time. Like, have you played Minecraft at all?
No, I ain't played any Minecraft. Mrs. Hillbilly, she ain't into games at all, hardly. I can't get her into playing any games. I mean, I can't get her to play a simple game of spades.
She's not into games. That's different. That's different from mine because our household's full of games. I mean, we got shelves full of board games there. We got behind me, I got a PlayStation 4 over there. The wife has a PlayStation 5 and a VR headset we need to connect.
Nice.
And in her room, she got a 360 she barely ever uses that she got for a really good deal a long time ago.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is our house is full of gamers, so different types.
I heard that.
But see,
go ahead.
Minecraft is a game where you can get lost in adventure. You get lost in mining. It's a survival game. You got to mine and craft everything. Like, you have to start by punching trees to get wood. Punch trees, get wood, right? If you know that meme from back in the day. And and you have to craft wooden tools, and you have to get a pickaxe, and you got to start mining cobblestone to get some stone tools. You want to get some elements. Back in the day, it was easier, less diverse of a game that it is now.
Oh.
And interesting, this game's like what, 20 years old now, 20 plus years old, and it's one of the only games that's still a game that you never had to buy for the updates. You never purchase updates. They always update the game. They add different monsters, different things. They've always added to it. So not only is there 20 years worth of content in the game, there's always things keeping it fresh and going.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about trying to figure out where to get this Minecraft at and start playing it on by myself.
Well, it's on PC. It's on every console, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's even on Nintendo Switch. It's one of those games that it's kind of like Magic. It's easy to pick up, easy to play, but it's hard to master because if you try to master the game, there's tons of stuff, and there's some mechanics in the game that if you really delve into it, go really crazy. I mean, you mine copper nowadays, you mine other elements, you make different tools, techniques. It's basically you can play it as a basic player, or you can become a freaking programmer in the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's neat. That is neat.
amazing.
Neat.
All right, let's say hello to chat. We got Could You Dude. Good morning, everybody. He says, shout out to Cane Shaker. That's right.
What's up, could you
Backwoods
dude?
Collector.
Backwoods.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, his Minecraft is an absolute rabbit hole. That's right. So they built a backwoods cabin, and it has since turned into a backwoods mansion. Nice.
Nice.
That's right, Dirty. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Yo.
What's up?
And see, recently I actually got updates. I actually got the DLC to the Turtles game. I got the Shredder's Revenge, so I want to play more of that. I just don't know if people want to see it streamed or not. Last time I was playing it, I got some people watching, but didn't get a lot of people be like, "Hey, I want to watch this little side scroller beat 'em up." So I'm curious to know if people want to see that or whatever. It's interesting playing Mortal Kombat as well on Thursdays, trying to.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat's one of my favorite franchises. Do you have a favorite franchise of video game that you used to play or want to get back into?
Man. I played so many video games growing up. I really could not pick. I could not just pick one. I mean, there's several I like. But my favorite is the RPG games. I've always loved the RPG games. You give me any RPG game, I'm happy. I mean, I just love RPG games. They're the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, RPG games are fun. It brings in a level of depth and storytelling in RPG games that's always fun. I know one of the biggest franchises for RPGs is Final Fantasy. That was a big game that's evolved over the years with the consoles.
Yep.
Mario RPG was a small RPG game that just blew people out of that water and how fun they had with it.
Zelda.
Another good game. Zelda, Link to the Past, all that jazz. Yeah,
Yep.
indubitably. Video games for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, RPGs. I mean, they just so much storytelling in that. That's what I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, RuneScape has been around forever. That's true. RuneScape has been around forever as well. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of games turn into mobile games too, which is weird. Like, watched StarCraft go from a computer game to a mobile game. It's pretty weird that a phone could hold such a heavy game, which it's not heavy for the phones anymore nowadays. But back in the day, it was a heavier game. It's interesting because I used to play StarCraft a lot, and there's a lot you can do. And a lot you could have done. that made the mobile game pretty good. So I've been playing RuneScape before it was called RuneScape. Nice.
Oh, cool. But I mean, there's just so
That is
many
cool.
there's so many RPGs out there that it's hard to pick just one favorite because especially for somebody that loves RPG, just RPG in general.
Yeah, RPGs is a big thing.
Yep.
Like, just like RPGs is taking the world by storm, just like fighting games did, and all different types of games. It has.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we need to get Hillbilly to do is to buy some board games. Oh my lord! But he says the other people in this house will not play board games, which is
Exactly.
sad because there's some fun board games.
Oh yeah.
But there's some solo player games now.
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm the only one in the house here that plays games, that likes games.
That makes you the unique one of the house.
Yep.
I mean, Chad's talking about video games. Backwoods talking about Witcher. He played The Witcher. Through the rest of the Mystical Storyline games. That's right. Well, so there's a video I want to watch. I saw on YouTube. I want to watch. It's talking about this guy who played old vintage video games compared to new games today, and he said, and he wanted to compare why older games were better than the games we get today. Today are basically kind of trash, and I think part of that is dealt with. Back in the day, there was less cinematic features in a lot of games. There were some cinematics in games back in the day, varying what genre and age you were in, but also the game had to be complete. Back then, they didn't have to worry about updates. They didn't have to worry about DLC. They had to worry about making a perfect game back in the day, which is what makes games back in the day better. Like when you bought, like one of my favorite games that I've played all time, thanks to the help of Aaron P. If you remember, that whole thing was a Metroid Prime favorite game. That game had to be complete when it was sold because you couldn't get downloadable content for it. Back in the day, they couldn't just upload it, so they had to go play. They had to make the game, design the game, all that jazz, and they had to play test the game over and over and over to make sure everything was doable, hard and fun. And they did it. They did it. You know what I'm saying? They did it.
Well, you know what update meant back then, don't you?
Mm-hmm. You got to buy the sequel.
Yep, exactly. Update back then meant another game's coming out. Which is,
right.
Instead of updating, like nowadays when they have an update, you just get an update to a game. But back then, you didn't get updates. You got a totally new game. Like, you'll have Metroid, like for example, Metroid. You got the first one, Metroid. Then they came out with an update.
Right.
The update, and it was not an update, it was Metroid 2. And that's how they did their updates back then. They just created a totally new game.
Yeah, this is not dogging on any of the newer games that come out because I know there's some really good games that are out there right now that are playable, but the overall consensus is games back then were better in general than most of the games out now. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, still a fun game. I'm still playing it. Still, I need to start continuing the game too on Wednesdays. And man, fun game, good times, right? Good times. I mean, but like old games just had to be complete. They had to be done. They had to be play tested. They had to advertise better, right? See, they don't advertise video games as much as they used to, not in the way they used to, right? I mean, like how many Game Informer magazines do you have out there? How many magazines for video game consoles do you have out there? Not a lot anymore. Where you had to pick up like Nintendo Power and stuff back in the day and help you get the cheat codes and tell you about games and advertise games. You don't see that very much. You don't even really see TV spots anymore for video games as much as you used to.
I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready to ask you. What, since you're talking that, when do you see a video game commercial on regular TV? You don't.
Right. You don't. You do not much. I mean, sometimes you'll see like a commercial for Mortal Kombat or some big wig game, but it's very far few between.
Oh yeah.
So we want kids to keep renting them. That's right. Says I don't like that games with digital age BS. I like hard copies. I love hard copies of games too.
Yeah, me too.
Like I got digital copies of the games, but like if I got a Turtles Revenge copy, hard copy, I'd love that. Just can't afford it, even though it's not horribly priced right now.
Yep.
But I don't have a copy of the game. What's the point of buying it? But if you want to send one to me, knock yourself out, everybody out there. Kidding. But yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Everybody, let's get back in track and play this bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
All right, everybody, we are back on track, going to Track Town. We were talking about video games and stuff and having a blast having a conversation about that stuff. But now we need to kind of focus back onto the topic of the day and get towards that in a narrow path. But there's one person here who has a secret to where we need to go, and that'd be Hillbilly. Hillbilly, where are we going?
Well, that's the card of the day.
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Ooh. Turtle.
Found some turtle. Found some unlimited turtle because today is about the creep. The topic's about the creep, so I wanted a turtle card.
Oh.
This card is not amazing by any means, but it's a fun card. It's a turtle card. I actually own a copy of this card in my turtle collection.
Nice.
Angler turtle costs 5 generic, 2 blue, 7 mana total for a 5/7 creature turtle hexproof. This creatures your opponent's control attack each combat if able.
Oh. Well, it forces your opponent to attack. Your opponents to attack. They cannot hold back blockers, so that's the good thing about this card.
That's right. It's a good thing. You have to design around the set. Like, your opponent's attack is able. He has a big butt. He's there to block a lot of the things that your opponents will throw at you. But, there's spells that bounce all your opponent's creatures back. Like, Aetherize, like, cost 4 mana. It returns all creatures that are attacking to their owner's hand. So, it forces you to play that control type.
Yep. What's up, zombie?
Zombie! All right, let's see. Zombie. Son's main console is a PS5. Can't remember the last time he had a disc. That's right. I'm still over here with my 360 and be quiet. Right. My PS3 got hit by lightning a little over a year ago. I still have the PS1. Nice. I want a PS1 and a Nintendo 64 because those were my jams back in the day. Catching up. All right. So. Yeah, that's the card of the day. Angler Turtle. It's awesome. It's cool. It's fun. Yeah. This first came out of a special little holiday pack thing, but they reprinted it in a commander set, I believe, or whatever this symbol is. But let's get to some pictures of the day. Today is Monday. Let's summon the tortoise. Here's how you summon tortoise on a Monday. That's right. You take the pot, put it in a pentagram, surrounded by different levels of darkness of coffee, and you hum the creep. Rise of the creep, rise of the creep, and I will pop out of nowhere and be like, where's the coffee? Where's the coffee? All right. I'm ridiculous. I know. And the next picture of the day is, boom. I'm so dependent on coffee. I declared it on my own taxes. That's right. That's a big old cup of coffee. It's like a large bowl of soup.
Really?
Coffee soup. Boom, boom.
Well, I'm down to one cup of coffee a day. It's pretty bad. I'm so used to drinking coffee. Now I can't drink but 1 cup a day. At least I get
All right, now.
At least I get coffee.
Yep. A good cup of coffee. Good coffee is a good coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. We need more coffee. We need more coffee. Not enough coffee. Need more coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Come here, coffee. Yeah. So that brings me to need coffee now.
Cool.
Look at that. Look at that little squirrel. He's like desperate for coffee. Look at that. Need coffee. That's the face I make when I'm reaching for my cup of coffee. Yep. Yeah,
Really?
Open yawn. Arm. Like, need coffee. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Indeed. I drink a few pots a day. No doubt. That means with a show for you. All right. Then the next picture. So I'm not saying I die without coffee. I think others might. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I wish I can get a good picture of my cats like that. But my cats won't stay still for nothing if I sit them up. It's a cute kitty picture. Check it out. Kitty, 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 meow, meow. Kitty, 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 meow, meow. Kitty, 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 meow, meow. Kitty, 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 meow, meow. There you go. That's my little cat song. Yay! All right. There you go. That's a picture of the day. Then boop, boop. And a quick reminder, 2025, we got Marvel Spider-Man coming out, which I'm excited for. I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite heroes.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could afford that Iron Man Secret Lair coming out, but we won't have money for that this roundabout of Secret Lairs. Oh, no. Spider-Man might bring some goodness to the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be a set you can buy from
Yeah, I'm-
Spider-Man.
I'm
Spider-Man.
still wanting that. Yeah. I'm still wanting that Wolverine.
Yeah. No, that Wolverine set, like, it's the most playable set, but I just want Iron Man for Iron Man. Iron Man's my favorite MCU hero.
And Wolverine's mine.
Like, if it wasn't like Disney got me into Iron Man, like Disney got me into Iron Man a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you guys have a picture of the day that you want to share with the show, share on the show, be on the show, participate in the show as a picture of the day, you can join our Discord. Links in the description below. Become a part of the Discord. You can share your picture of the day, and you can be a part of the show. You can help craft the show, being an awesome part of the day, the morning creep. You rock, you roll. And with that, we're going to roll on to the question of the day, which is also provided by Discord.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
Question of the day is brought to us by AI Grinch. Now, this is going to be an easy one because I know there's just two of us, and this would have been more of an open filler for more of us. Let's see what the Grinch has to say.
Magic. The gathering is just a hobby for Dobby, but tell me, what is another hobby you have?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the only other hobby I got is just watching YouTube. Watching YouTube and TV. I did watch a Christmas movie last night with Mrs. Hillbilly.
Yeah. Was it a Hallmark Christmas movie?
Yep.
Was it the Christmas Crashers?
I can't remember the name of it, to be honest. It had one of those Tia Tamara twins. One of them was in it, and they had a dog.
Okay, no.
They had a white daughter and everything, and she fell in love with
That's the one.
maker.
That's the Scatting for Christmas.
Yep, but she was a realtor.
Yeah, that's Scatting for Christmas.
No.
That's a Hallmark movie I know I'm going to be watching today. Last night we watched two Hallmark movies. We watched Christmas Crashers and this other one, which I can't remember the name of. Oh, it was like A Day Before Christmas, and it was about girl who set up a blind date to take to her family to play off as her boyfriend, so they would continue the Christmas games at home, and it ended up becoming a romance movie. Hallmark stuff.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sad. See, even I could name the movie you guys watched last night. That's how junky of a Hallmark movie my wife is. She can't get enough of them.
Yeah, neither can mine. You if something says Christmas, she's on it.
But
It was all right.
obviously, you have another hobby. You do YouTube videos. That's
Yep.
it's not quite the job yet. I mean, you got memberships. You're getting paid for YouTube basically right now, but it's still a hobby.
Yep. True.
But Tortoise has hobbies. Like he likes collecting vintage toys. He likes collecting vintage things like that. Old Game Boy Link shield holder. I like collecting all my favorite things like Ninja Turtles, like plenty of stuff like that red Jurassic Park section. Love Jurassic Park stuff. My whole Turtles franchise and stuff right there. Yeah, Tortoise has lots of hobbies, crazy hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hunting, shooting, and now playing with AI. This is your hobbies back with that. Believe it.
Cool.
I have a hobby of collecting vintage audio. That's right, could you, dude? You collect vintage audio like crazy.
Yep.
I don't watch Hallmark if I can help it. I feel you there.
Yep.
But what's good for the wife is good for the gander, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes
I enjoy movies.
Sometimes I can't find nothing on YouTube worth watching. I mean, yeah, it's magic related. Watch a lot of magic related content, but sometimes there ain't nothing on there that I haven't seen. So I'll throw it on the TV on Hulu. And watch some Hallmark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes that's what you do. I mean, there's a lot of stupid stuff on a lot of stupid stuff on streaming services. But it's almost has become as bad as having cable, where you pay for cable and you only watch like a few of the channels and not a lot of the channels that come with the package.
Yep. That's why I ditched cable and not only watching Hulu now, streaming services.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't even find nothing on the channels that you watch.
That's very true. Very true. Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just you can't. Like there's just a lot of janky films, some indie films. I mean, there's probably there's hidden gems in the streaming services, but all of them are hidden by a bunch of junk or things you're not interested or don't think you're interested in.
Right. And yeah, backwoods, I have to agree with you there to a certain extent. I mean, yeah, all the movies, they are love movies. They are romance movies. And they all about a girl falling in love with a guy. Different, but the way they go about doing it is there's different plots on how they do that. But they are all romance movies.
Hallmark is the same movie. Some girl gets stranded at a lodge during Christmas. How untrue that always is.
Yep.
It's not always about being stranded, but they're always love-centric movies based on a simple plot with a little device, a little bit of drama. Same kind of format over and over again, but people love it. People love it. I mean, people like Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is the same thing over and over again. They might come with a different ability, but it's been done before. It's the same kind of thing before, even if it's unique and innovative. It just feels the same. Like rooms in Magic the Gathering, rooms, not like the newest thing they've done in a while, and it's still Just like saying it's a time restrained thing. It's an enchantment with activated abilities, basically. So it's no matter what you think about it, it's a popular thing. People love it. Like, I really think Hallmark movies are more for the rich inclined because they can afford everything they do in those movies. And like, I'll be watching the movies. And I'm like, how nice would it be if you could just stop and have coffee anytime, go to the store, buy something, have a quick date or something, with your wife, stuff they do. I'm like, man, they must be well in the money. And there's always like someone who's like either rich or famous. And the rich owns a business, like a huge business, or has moved up in the company and is successful. It's supposed to be like the dream come true scenario for every movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and falls in love. Yep. I mean, imagine Hallmark being like the Tales of Terror, but Tales of Romance. Tales of Terror with the Crypt Keeper. Crypt Keeper. And but instead of about horror movies, it's about romance movies. Same kind of stuff all the time.
Exactly. Hallmark is a romance channel.
Yep. Romance. Well, yep, that's what they benefit on. That's what they make their money on, and people love them, especially the women in our lives.
Yep.
No. Look, men have their things. Like, I love the Marvel movies in general, like the cinematic universe. I love the action-packed movies kind of stuff. And a lot of them are kind of the same thing done over and over and over again. Probably a little bit different here, little things different here and there. Same with Hallmark movies. It's a little different here and there. It's just, one's mainly for girls and one mainly for boys. And when you're married, you kind of intertwine the two. I like action movies. She likes romance movies. That's how it works. Right now, the wife is watching some horror movies because she loves romance movies and horror movies. She watch them.
Just like soap operas, for example. Women love soap operas. And men, they have their own soap opera that they watch sometimes. Some men have their own soap operas that they watch, which is called wrestling. Wrestling is scripted. They have came out and admitted that, and it is scripted. Therefore, it's just a male soap opera.
Hallmark would be worth watching if it was about coffee. That's right. Sorry.
Because when they pay one wrestler to lose and one wrestler to win, and it's proven, and that's what they are. They are a male soap opera. That's one reason why I stopped.
Let's snap back to reality. Snap back to reality. Snap back to reality. Snap back to reality.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Superfast Cortez is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Whoa. All right. So we got to snap back to reality. We're getting carried away about stuff that wasn't important to the show, but it was fun. It was a fun conversation.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to defend Hallmark against all the people who think it's the same thing over and over again, when everything we watch is pretty much the same thing over and over again. I promise you, nothing's original.
That's
but
right.
What is original is the creep. Let's talk about the creep in the show. Let's talk about the creep. What it has, what has and is the best part of being part of this community. Let's find the meaning of the creep. I hope every day our creep brings positivity to your life. I wish the creep would grow into your everyday habitual habits as a starter for today. Life, like a morning cup of coffee. Not life, a morning cup of coffee. I misspelled stuff. The start of your day, like a morning cup of coffee. I work hard on being welcoming to the community and keeping a good level of thought into the community, because in the end of it all, I want to be positive light for you and for all that brings some positivity, energy, some positive energy, to those who are watching. I want to bring positive energy is what I'm trying to say there. to the community.
Right.
You know, to those who are watching and enjoying the show, I sometimes struggle with keeping topics positive, but I always search for the positive aspects and things. Even if the topic's not always positive, I try to think something positive for it. And you all who watch the show or are part of the show bring positivity to my life. Let's talk more about this topic.
Go.
Tortoise creep. Bob, tortoise creep. Creep. Yeah, that's right.
What's up, Bob?
Tortoise creep, because of creep tortoises in the wild. Bob, what's up? What's he gonna say?
I forgot. But yeah, I mean, this is a very positive community. That is for sure, and that's one thing I enjoy. I love it. I always try to keep positive over on my channel, and hopefully I bring to, and then they see all the positiveness and I bring it over. Try to bring that over here with me.
Mm-hmm. See, Backwoods Collection says, I enjoy that I found you guys. I don't really fit into the community that well, but I do enjoy the conversations, right? So I know the community gets diverse in what we do, and sometimes some things are too different for what we, like me in particular, can do in the community to interact. But I always try to be opening and welcoming, right? And like Backwoods Collection is always welcome on the show when he wants to be on the show, you know. So.
Yep.
So I don't like his content gets a little risque for me, like for my household, but like he's a good guy. He's welcome on the show to show his channel. He still has a command, right? I didn't delete his command. He still has a command. Yeah.
Yep. I don't. Yeah. That's another thing too. I don't delete nobody's command once I find out that they're a content creator and they come to my channel. They get a command so they can show their channel and put their channel links out into the chat. So hopefully that will help their channel grow. That's another positive thing about this community. We help each other. We help each other strive to grow. Just like my little challenge that I'm having up against you to see who can get to 1,000 first. You know, that's just that's just something friendly to do and something I, enjoy to do it. You know, to issue out there, and I think it's something fun to do.
Mm-hmm. And I want to bring up what Game Bob says. Mean people suck, right? And he says, I try to welcome all people who do not suck, right? Mean people do suck, but there's a lot of times, like when someone's purposely mean, that's when it gets sucky. But there are times when you have to hear the information, right? And even Bob knows this because he does this a lot, where you have to give the information as it is, and it might not be the information you want to hear, but just like the wind, even though you might not see the wind, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and the truth exists in different aspects. And that's one thing I try to strive to creep to be something that's always pushing the facts. When I push the facts, I want to push the truth out there as best I can because I don't want to give out false lies and negatives. Now, our opinions may differ on a fact or an opinion, but we always try to keep the facts. You know,
right?
That's one thing I try to bring to the community. Pros. So I'm praying I can pick up Marvel Secret Lair somehow to get it. I wish I could pick it up too. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Everybody's doing good. Pause. We're talking about the creep today. Talking about what it means, or not what it means, but we're talking about all the good stuff. Like, because we're very welcoming. Like, we let new people jump on the show, try to be on the show, give them a chance on the show. Like Dirty Red's been on the show before, and KJ, he was a new guy on the show. Hillbilly once was a newbie to the show. Hell, I was once new to the show. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Different opinions generally doesn't make suck. Mean spirited folks like those disgusting threats and insults suck. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I appreciate that comment too, because throwing insults to people because you don't like a fact or a change is not good. Because we try to stay positive in the positive mood. We try to bring it, but there's more into it, right?
Right.
Like one thing I try to do every day is like bring a positive energy. Not every day am I full of energy and spit fire, right? I'm not
Right.
so crazy excited like sometimes I come off as. But I try to bring energy because I want you guys who are watching, you on the show, because I'm leading the show. I want you guys to feel the energy, get in the energy, get sucked in the energy, and share that energy for the people on the morning show in the chat could get all wrapped up into it. Oh look, it's a little here, it's a little there. Like we got 0.12, and we got boom, TCG dude.
Hey.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Morning.
Is my audio
Hey, good
working?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
audio
okay,
working.
cool. Nice. Yeah, man. I've been having a little bit of technical difficulties. I use this program called Voice Mod,
Sure.
and actually, I use a trifecta of programs, having used this Stream Deck, and Steel Series GG is this audio mixer application I use, and I guess it's just been messing up. So I clicked the button, and now I'm here with my default settings, and hopefully it's all right.
You sound great.
You sound good.
Cool. I heard y'all talking about hobbies, and I figured I'd pipe in and say I love video games.
That was the question of the day. We're talking about hobbies. Yeah, I'm talking about video games and stuff. Like the first of the show, we started talking about Minecraft, and we started talking about games and how older games are better and it's in their own right for being complete. When you bought them, didn't have to worry about DLC and stuff, even with the glitches some games had. Like there's like opinions on that. Then we started talking about different games and how they transition from hard physical copies to digital copies, and we talked about like how we talked a little bit about the evolution of games, where we evolved from hard copy games to now games you used to play are now like the size of a mobile game, and they can be played on your phone nowadays. So it was a pretty interesting topic.
For sure. Yeah, the evolution of games is just definitely passed me by a little bit. If you're not paying attention, it'll just zoom past you. People are messing around with, I guess technically Pokemon Go would be considered augmented reality, and we had that as early as 2016. That's 2 years away from being 10 years old now. Oh. But yeah, like I recall seeing, as far as video games go, like the 16-bit era and Super Nintendo and Sega and all that, and then the big leap to PlayStation 1 and N64, and it was just like, wow, this is totally different, totally better. And it also let you know which families had money.
Yeah, right. It's very true. But now the topic is talking about the creep and everything about the creep. That's what we've been talking about. I don't know how long you've been watching the show today, but we're on the third segment, and it's funny because Bob's like saying, "Oh, have you already discussed creep? Did you mean power creep? I don't think super detrimental to the health of the game." And then he says, "Oh, I misunderstood the meaning of the creep of the title. No, the creep in the game, the title is for creep as in the community, the tortoise." The creep being like the creep's what I call the subscribers and people of the community who build the community, because a creep is a group of tortoises in the wild that are together. Like that's a creep. That's why I call my viewers a creeps, because that's what a group of tortoises is called. So we're all shelled, all cool, and so see right now we're talking about different things and aspects to the creep, because it's very interesting, because like you've all people here criticize me the most, TCG dude, when I sometimes repeat a topic like 2 days in a row. You're like, did you just cover this the other day? Right? But and it's interesting you say that because like I might have covered it twice in a week, but they're the most viewed videos of the week, right?
Huh.
The most
Really?
viewed lives. Interesting fact. Um, but like, but every time I bring up a topic, I know there's a twist to it that's a little different. So like, you can have red versus red one day, and later on have red versus maroon, and that's because the topic might be the same, like title, but there's always a little difference to it. But I try to keep anything interesting. And lately, my biggest thing I've been working on for the creep is not having a basic chat and chill day, because chat and chill days do not go well over the viewership and the chat because it goes crazy. But that's what the first part of the show is about, right? The first segment of the show is a chat. It's where we get to warm up the community. We get to have a conversation. We get to open up. We get to chat about everything. Then when we get to the second part of the show, right? I'm taking you behind the scenes. We get to the second part of the show where we get to the card of the day and the pictures of the day. That's to say, hey, this is like a step into the direction we're talking about. Pick this card. This is Magic Gathering. Remind everybody this is kind of a Magic Gathering show. Here's some pictures of the day just to kind of spruce your mind, get your mind activated, get your thoughts going. We have the question day to get people interactive, engaged, to judge people's engagement level in the show. Because if it's a good question day, people will chime in and chat. So when we get to the third part of the show, which is the topic of the day, the topic of the day is saying, hey, we're ready for the topic of the day. Let's break it down. Let's talk. Let's get engaged. Now, I know you guys are engaged in chat. I know the topic's really good. This is how we go. This is how we flow. Let's go and have a good time. And that's actually the breakdown of the show. It's simple. And by the time we get to the topic day, it lets me know how fascinated people are going to be interacting with the show. Like yesterday was hella good for interaction, and everything I just discussed worked in the favor. Like it builds up the show, it builds up the creep to be ready for the show, and that's what I've been perfecting on. And I bring this up not only because what I talked about repeating topics every once in a while, but stay away from chat and chills because chat and chills don't do good for the topics. But I do struggle with topics at times, and to come up with a topic every day. Wizards of the Coast ain't just breaking news all the time, and there's certain topics I just can't cover because I don't have the right kind of information or background for it, like MagicCon. Dude, if I had video clips and stuff, I'd cover MagicCon, but I don't get to go to MagicCon like some people do.
Well, hey, if it makes you feel better, that just to get that news firsthand costs money up front. Even if you live in Vegas, right, and it's only like $200 for the weekend pass, that's still $200 and living in expensive ass Vegas. So, and I guess the level of involvement with Magic is different for every player. Some people are super casual. Some people are very hardcore, just devoted and dedicated to the game. And so, a trip to MagicCon is the equivalent of somebody else going to Six Flags for the weekend or something,
Oh, yeah. Well, going to MagicCon would be such an expense. Not only would it be $200 for me, I'd have to pay, $165 to $200 for a round trip ticket, train ticket to get to Reno, then go to Las Vegas, and I have to get a ride from Reno to Las Vegas. Then I have to have a hotel set up, all that expense. Yeah, it's crazy. But even without going to the trip, if I had ways to cover it, I would cover it. If I felt comfortable about covering it, I would cover it. See, I have a belief that I follow the most, and this is why some of my topics are simple as hell, and why some topics get in depth based on what it is. I always talk about things I know. If I don't know them, I don't know them enough. I try to pull up the sources. Like when we were talking about the secret layers the other day, I pulled up the sources so I could read the sources and go off the sources. But when it comes to topics like the creep, like today's topic, let's talk about the creep. It's a fishing game, all right? It's a fishing game where I know where I know where I feel I'm at. I try to gauge the people where I'm at. I try to get people to see where I'm at, but also get to see where people see us where we're at. Because we got a good community. We got Game and Bob, and we got Cuj Dude, we got Pause jumping in, we got Backwoods Collector, we got Four Keeps, we got Dirty Red, and we got yeah, all those great people. Those are all the people I can see in chat that jump in and they're chilling with us, they're chatting with us. And we have great friendships too. Like Bob and I, I think we have a solid friendship between each other. And we have our perspectives and opinions about things, and we're pretty solid with that as part of the creep. And he's always on here giving his advice again his part. So to show that he's watching the show or engaging with the show is actually honestly pretty amazing, because that means I'm bringing some positivity to his life. But I like to know what kind of positivity he brings, because we can't always be Magic the Gathering focused, but sometimes it's putting a focus on the community, because we are a group of people who need the support.
Yeah. I'd like to say that no matter what title you give a community, just having community in general is important for folks. Like, as human beings, as much as we may love to hermit up sometimes, and I am the first to attest to that, I like my solitude. Like, I'm not joking, bro. Like, I like my peace and quiet. You know what I'm saying? But I also like to get loud and have fun too. But just having people in the Magic community and people to talk to and vibe with, or even if you're clashing a little bit, I was just imagining in my head that MTG Gaming Bob sometimes feels like the gas station across the street when you're a gas station owner and you guys are constantly competing.
I don't.
But it's good though.
Game Bob competing. Well, the thing
it
is,
brings business and it brings conversation. So even if there's
oh yeah,
opposing views,
and
is
Game Bob always
that's
brings
why
a
it's important.
good conversation.
Yeah.
So if there's an opportunity cost to have a level of engagement as a content creator, sometimes there is a engagement. That's why I try to focus on engageable. That's the word. Engaging topic titles and relevant titles. I try to get things to be open for everybody to talk. So one thing I try to do, because like I mentioned before, not everybody is a part of the show is a Magic nerd. Like the three of us play Magic, but most of the time we have more people on the show that don't play Magic. So I try to work around that, and so I try to make things about the creep. I try to make things about them too. I try to make something more available to everybody to participate in, because in all honesty, it's the friendship that we have that goes far.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like just real talk, just because I like to be honest with my friends. I do think that you have a good format, like you were just discussing a minute ago. You've got structure to your show, which helps just the viewing experience, right? People know what to expect. But bro, it's my personal opinion that you're burning the candle at both ends by running a 7-day-a-week show on top of your other shows. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you how to run your channel at all, but I personally feel like if you were to just do like 3-4 days a week for your morning show, you could juice it up a lot and it wouldn't make you feel so drained. You know what I'm saying? But however you do it, because that's the approach I'm going to be taking here. Like, to be honest with you, I really love the format you got going, and there's some other news shows, like video game related news shows, that I absorb, and they're usually about an hour long show, so it's kind of similar to what you got going on. And I don't know. As TCG dude trying to keep the flame lit, I'm trying to keep magic alive out here, and I think I could do my part by having a show as well. But you certainly won't see me doing it 7 days a week, dog. No.
Right, right. Well, so interesting enough, like I don't like when it comes to being burnout, I don't get burnout on the show every day. Sometimes I get burnout on a topic, like choosing a topic.
Yeah.
But like it's actually such a morning routine for the show to me that like every day I just set up a table, pull out the laptop, plug everything in, search for pictures. It has become my morning routine that I grab a cup of coffee, that and set things up and just have a blast. Now, coming up with a topic every day, now that's where the burnout comes in, where you're trying to come out with a different topic. That's where you come out with something different. I actually enjoy talking. It's like imagine the same feeling. You remember when you was in school and you went to lunch, or maybe you went early enough for breakfast, but let's just say lunch because you know you went to lunch most of the
Guy
time.
assumes a lot thinking I went to
You
school.
find these
I'm just kidding.
right, right. But you know, like at lunchtime, you grab your food and you sit at a lunch table and you just chat with like a couple strangers or a couple friends, rating how you feel that day. That's how the morning show feels to me. I'm talking with a couple people every morning, having a blast, just chilling, you know. And as you can, if you can tell, like even though I struggle with topics every once in a while, I'm getting better with my topics. Right, that's my main focus, to get better with my topics, because I just don't want to target something as a regular chat show anymore. Right, I don't want to just say chat and chill all the time. Like chat and chill is a fallback thing. If I want to chat and chill, it means I lost all ideas. Now, if I can
It's
add a
kind of a
title to
filler
the chat
title.
show, yeah.
My bad.
And if I can make a title like today, let's talk about the creep in the show, which is I almost went with the chat and chill thing, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do an engagement, something that brings engagement, and I did, because right now I'm focusing on engagement titles, get people engaged with the titles. Now I know there are definitely some hot button topics titles that I could just be pushing over and over and over again, like proxies. Oh my lord, you don't know how much engagement I get with proxy conversations when people are like, I love proxies, I hate proxies, I think proxies are this. Then, but like I'll cover topics like proxies, like I covered proxies twice in a week. And you even brought this to my attention, but it was different how it worked out. Because one, my topic was proxies. Well, my first topic of proxies, the first time I did it, was what if you proxied an entire game of Monopoly from scratch, right? What if you proxied the entire game for proxies? Like proxy the entire game from every bit that made a game. Now, is that stealing? Is it morally right? Is it morally correct? Whatever, that was the discussion, wherever the morals lay. But then the second time that week I covered proxies, Wizards came out with a fundamental a thesis or a fundamental list of saying this is what we think proxies are, this is what test cards are, and everything, and this is what we're going to look at it as, and this is how it will affect the WPN status of stores. I'm like, oh, I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but that's a topic that we just covered and we have a heated discussions about. But this is actually pretty solid to know what Wizards of the Coast thinks about proxies. You know, because most people buy proxies for decks. Like I can't afford the card, so this is a permanent card in my deck. And Wizards like the Coast is like a proxy to us, is a card that if you damage a card or you own mainly they said if you damage a card, a proxy is a momentary fix for the rest of the game until you can replace the card. I'm like, that's pretty cool, you know. So it's interesting how many ways you can twist the format, and the only thing I got going for, and the one thing I'm working on, because I work on one thing at a time. I don't know if you know this, like from thumbnails to the videos, I always find one thing to focus on. Right now, my focus is on finding different ways to create titles, because because titles are searchable. People are intrigued by titles. People are catching titles, and I don't want clickbait titles. That's why I don't make clickbait thumbnails. In fact, I got comfortable where I'm at with thumbnails because I want to be like, if people like my show, they'll get used to my thumbnail, like that's a tortoise thing. When they see my logo, that's a tortoise thing. But titles, I don't want to be like, oh my god, TCG did what? And find out you just brush your teeth like with a different toothpaste that one day. I don't want to clickbait like that. You know?
Oh man, speaking of clickbait, I feel like I lost this horse race, bro. For the last 3 days, almost 4 days, I've been talking to y'all about this budget standard deck that I build, and dang it, if you go to MTG Goldfish, guess who posted this same deck? Mr. Saffron Olive over here with his against
Saffron
the
Olive.
odds. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Okay, so but his is 12 rares, and he's got like Fabled Passage and stuff. So it's the same archetype, but it's a slightly different deck list. So I'm still gonna do the video. I'm still gonna flex it out here. But man, oh god, that just goes to show, if you have an idea and a dream, chase it, show it to the world.
Right.
Don't let somebody else beat
do
you
it.
to
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Oh yeah, trust me. There's like forever. I've been like I've kind of stalled on it, but I've been trying to design a card game myself, like a trading card kind of style game. And I'd always wait on an idea, and I'd always get lazy with it, right?
Yeah.
And there'd be some unique mechanics I'd come up with, then find out later.
Right.
Someone came out with that idea, Wizard idea, or Locana came out with that idea. I'm like, I'm so behind.
Right.
You know,
I don't have to feel too bad though. I at least have the website or the MTG deck list like on Goldfish with the date stamp that I uploaded it before this news. So take that, Saffron Olive.
Well, don't worry about it. Look. Word of the wise, right? Like I'm very knowledgeable on things, and when it comes to certain things I'm knowledgeable on, I just actually don't put into practice, right? There's certain things I don't put into practice because I'm working on different things at the time. But one of the things is, if you create a video that's almost like that deck, but your take on that deck, you can name it the same kind of deck archetype that his is, and your video won't compete with his, but his video will possibly push your video up to get more views.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I'm definitely looking to make a video out of this. Dude, I've been okay, so like I obviously am a Magic, fanatic, even casually. But bro, I've been grinding this deck. Okay, so just because y'all are the homies. Spoiler alert. I'm going full Timmy with this because I made a new account and bought 0 gems, right? So the premise of this deck is going to be like get to platinum for free kind of thing. I'm already in gold tier. I've been grinding. Wow. Yeah, dude. And the deck, it's pretty successful, and it's been fighting against all the stupid standard archetypes. And I see we're rounding the hour here, so I won't fill up any more time talking about my deck. But yeah, guys, I'm really out here grinding on Arena, doing standard, and man, reigniting that flame for passion for Magic, dude. It feels really good. So I can't wait to share it with y'all.
That's great.
Right. And to kind of tie that all in, everything we talked about, like from giving you advice on your videos, giving me advice on your thoughts about my lives, and taking a constructive criticism is a part of what the Creep is about. Because what we want to do, and what the Creep wants to do, is we want to build each other up. And we want to hang out. We want to be chill. We want to be friends at the lunch table. And that's kind of what we are, because we're spitballing all the time. The topic might have gone off a little, but the whole thing is the Creep is everybody enjoying the stream together, and I want everybody to have a good time. I want to be that light in your life. I mean, yesterday I felt like I was a teaching preacher or something like that, but it was a very engaging conversation yesterday. I was surprised how well that went over and people enjoying that stream. But with that, my friends, we got to roll on to the
hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the Creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you down? fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Billy will play boosters in hand. Magic the Gathering is where he stands. Booster stack up like a dream in this world. He's the dream of opening fire, emotions on the wire. His hands are his tools for the fight, flipping cards all through the night. Hopes and dreams in every pack, he won't ever turn his back. Fire in every pack, he opens.
Dad, blag it.
that never gets old. All right. So this pack of Dustborn. All right. Oh, we've got a horror creature token. Unable to scream. Fully. A fully swamp. Rip Spawn Hunter.
Nice.
Chainsaw. Norn.
Chainsaws, right? That's a good card.
It is Norn Swift Survivalist. Beastie Beatdown. Paranormal Analyst. Clockwork Percussionist.
Nice.
Slavery Branch Snapper. Fanatic of the Harmony. Entered the Enigma. Ardent Escort. Neuromorphic Expanse.
Woo-woo.
Most Valuable Slayer. And that is it.
That chainsaw, I think, was the best rare out of the pack.
Oh, yeah. I believe so.
We got
too.
2 rare packs. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right. Chainsaw. Bone saws ready. Well, I want to thank everybody for being awesome today, but we're going to start going into the shill section. We're going to start with the little circle down below. If you want to shill out his channel, we got TCG dude.
Hey, what up, everybody? I am Alex, the TCG dude, a casual yet passionate Magic player, keeping the flame lit out here. I'm about to present to you here in half a second, Tortoise. Share screen. There it is. So yeah, man. If you like Magic music, I have a parody called My Hand. Really funny. You should go check it out. Otherwise, you'll catch me occasionally streaming. Usually Call of Duty, but honestly, I'm going to be on Arena grinding it out a lot more, so expect me there. And if you're trying to get Magic cards, I am running a box battle series here. Core sets 2011, 2012, and 2013, all Japanese boxes. $30 out the door is going to get you 5 packs guaranteed, and we're battling high-low CMC to win an extra 3. So yeah, and there's going to be some extra goodies there. I got a couple triumphs lying around here and some extra stuff I'm gonna sweeten the deal with here. Truth be told, I had my son over for, well, I haven't seen my son in almost 2 years, and he was here this weekend, so I kind of had my hands full, and yeah, but hopefully I can squeeze something out today or tomorrow, because Wednesday I'm flying out, bro. I will hopefully try and visit here on the show, you know, early in the morning, but I can't promise anything because it's going to be Vegas, so you never know. But yeah.
Well, if you can stop by, if you can't, like, if we're live and you want to just stop in and say hi, you're welcome to, you know, just say, hey, from Las Vegas, I'm here to say hi, give a little shout out, you know.
Yep.
Oh yeah, cool. No, definitely. I'm looking to, I'm traveling there by myself. So like, even though I'm going to be going to MagicCon, I'm kind of going to be alone a lot. So you'll catch me creeping online for sure. Cool. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Well, it'll be fun. Maybe run into some people.
Yep.
Some friends.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll run into somebody. If not, maybe I can, you know, get kicked out for doing crack style.
Don't forget to pack your fagos either.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. There you go. Clowning around.
That's right.
Yeah, actually, dude, that was a really good reminder. Like, I won't carry on much longer, but bro, as a juggalo, I've never had the opportunity to drink Faygo up here in my neck of the woods. So I absolutely have to go to a corner store and get Faygo while I'm down there. So thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, thinking of clowns, recently watched a couple movies with John Leguizamo in it. And I'm like, and every time I get excited every time I see him because I remember him. And the first time I was introduced to John Leguizamo was from Spawn, when he played in the movie Spawn. And he played Clowny. And I'm like, every time I think of John Leguizamo, I think of this crazy clown from Spawn.
That's so crazy because, like, they cast him pretty well, but the makeup was so good that I didn't know that was him until years later. Like, whenever I think of John Leguizamo, I always think of The Pest. I just think of him being
which is a good one.
Pest. Huh?
So which is a good movie?
Oh, is there more than one?
No, The Pest is a good movie.
Oh! I thought you said which one is a good movie. You put me on the spot, bro. Anyways, yeah, I hear you on that one. But all right, well, yeah, thanks for the shill opportunity, and I'll put the Discord link there in the chat. And if anybody's interested in talking about Vegas or even linking up, bro, if you just want to meet up for a coffee or a Subway sandwich or something, I got mad McDonald's points I'm looking to spend, so let's get a McChicken.
Oh yeah, let's go. All right, Hillbilly.
All right, 681 subs. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's make sure you're liking the videos, commenting on the videos. If the videos are live, you can always come back after the live is over with and leave a comment. Make sure you're doing that. And I will be going live again this afternoon at 2 o'clock, doing some more arena content.
Sounds awesome. All right. This is Super Fast Tortoise, and today is Monday, so today is game day at home. So I will not be going live tonight, but I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you, new subscribers, for being a new subscriber. You rock, you roll. I want to thank you all for chilling out and filling up the chat and having a good time. I know today kind of went off the rails, but we had a fun time. Teach you, dude. Thank you for jumping in as when you did, as late as you did. It was awesome having you here for a bit. Hillbilly, you rock, you roll. Everybody in chat, I wanted to remind you, someone out there loves you. Someone out there is thinking about you. And always, always brush your teeth. Later.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise, it's running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes. Shell shock, go. The tortoise way. He's the one to watch, the king of MTG play.